You know that moment when you're talking to your dog and they suddenly tilt their head, just a little, as if they're hanging on to every word you say. Their ears perk up, eyes locked on yours, that soft curve of curiosity that makes your heart melt. It's one of the most adorable things they do, and yet, every time, it leaves us wondering, what are they thinking? Are they trying to understand? Are they confused? Or are they just pretending to listen because they know it makes us smile? It's so natural, so innocent, and yet it feels like more than just a reflex. That tiny tilt somehow makes us feel seen, as if our dog truly hears us, not just our words, but our emotions. For centuries, people have adored this behavior, capturing it in paintings, videos, and memes, a universal symbol of canine charm. But behind that cute gesture lies something far deeper. Science now shows that this isn't just a random motion, it's communication, empathy, and intelligence all at once. Your dog's head tilt might be one of the purest forms of love you'll ever witness. A small, silent way of saying, I'm listening. I care about what you're saying. And today, we're going to uncover what that little tilt really means, the science, the emotion, and the heart behind one of the most endearing things dogs do. Every dog owner knows that look. You start talking, maybe saying their name, asking a question, or just chatting like they're human. And there it is, that irresistible head tilt. Their ears perk, their eyes soften, and for a split second, it feels like they understand every word. It's such a tiny movement, yet it has the power to melt away stress, make us laugh, or even bring tears to our eyes. It's so universal that people all over the world react the same way. We smile, we grab our phones to record it, and we say, "Oh, look at that." But that moment is more than just cute. It's a mystery that's fascinated dog lovers and scientists alike for decades. Some say it's just curiosity. Others believe it's empathy. But the truth, as it turns out, is a beautiful mix of both. When your dog tilts their head, they're not just reacting to sound. They're connecting. They're engaging with you in the only way they know how, showing that they're paying attention and trying to understand what you mean. Studies have shown that dogs tend to tilt their heads more often when they hear familiar words, like walk, treat, or good boy. But there's more behind that. It's not just the words, it's the way you say them. The rhythm, tone, and emotion in your voice become a kind of language your dog learns to read. That adorable tilt, it's not confusion, it's communication. It's your dog's way of saying, I'm listening, keep talking. And yet behind those bright, tilted eyes, something even more complex is happening. A quiet mix of instinct, intelligence, and love that science is only beginning to understand. Scientists have spent years trying to understand why dogs tilt their heads when we speak, and the answer is as fascinating as it is heartwarming. It starts with sound, or more precisely, how dogs hear it. Unlike humans, dogs rely on subtle head and ear movements to pinpoint where a sound is coming from. Their ears act like tiny satellite dishes, capturing direction, distance, and tone. When they tilt their head, they're fine-tuning that hearing, adjusting their position to better pick up the sounds that matter most. Your voice. But it doesn't stop there. Research from animal behaviorists suggests that dogs also tilt their heads to process speech more effectively. When they hear familiar words like walk, outside, or good boy, their brains light up, literally. In one study, dogs tilted their heads significantly more often when recognizing meaningful phrases. It's their way of saying, wait, I know that word. Even more fascinating, some experts believe the tilt has a visual component. For dogs with longer muzzles, the angle of their nose can block part of their vision. By tilting, they're adjusting their line of sight to read your facial expression. Because they don't just listen to your words, they watch your emotions. And then there's empathy. Dogs are incredibly attuned to human tone and emotion. When your voice softens, they lean in. When it rises, they pay closer attention. The head tilt could be their way of physically tuning in to both your sound and your feelings. A beautiful blend of curiosity and care. So yes, that little tilt might look cute, but it's actually a complex neurological response that combines hearing, sight, and emotion. Behind every tilt lies focus, intelligence, and above all, a deep desire to understand you, not as a command, but as a connection. When your dog tilts their head, it's not just about hearing better, it's about feeling closer. That gentle tilt is a window into their emotional world, a quiet signal that they're not only listening to the sound of your words, but the heart behind them. Dogs don't just hear us, they feel us. Every inflection, every pause, every emotion hidden between syllables becomes part of the conversation they're trying to understand. In that moment, your dog is studying you, your voice, your face, your energy. They can sense when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're pretending to be fine, but really aren't. And that tilt, it's their way of saying, I'm trying to understand. I care. Studies have shown that dogs can distinguish between emotional tones, joy, anger, sadness, and they respond differently to each one. When you speak softly, they relax. When you sound hurt, their body mirrors your pain. When you sound excited, their tail begins to wag even before they know why. That tilt of the head is the physical proof of emotional empathy. Your dog's way of connecting not just to what you say, but to how you feel. Think about it. Your dog doesn't know the meaning of every word, but they know you. They recognize patterns in your tone, your rhythm, the tiny emotional cues that even humans miss. And that head tilt, it's not confusion, it's effort, it's love in motion. So the next time your dog tilts their head as you speak, remember that adorable moment is more than just cute behavior. It's the purest form of emotional communication. They're not asking for a treat. They're giving you something rarer. Their full, undivided attention wrapped in love and loyalty. If you've noticed that some dogs tilt their heads all the time, while others rarely do, you're not imagining it. Every dog is different, and that adorable gesture depends on more than just personality. It's a mix of anatomy, perception, and connection. For dogs with longer muzzles, like retrievers or collies, tilting their heads helps them see your face more clearly. Their snout can slightly block their line of sight, so that little turn helps them read your expression. In a way, it's their version of making eye contact. They tilt to see you better, not just to hear you better. Then, there's personality. Some dogs are natural communicators. They're curious, attentive, and emotionally in tune with their humans. These are the ones who tilt often, who watch you with intent, who seem to hang on to every word. You might be telling them you love them, or simply talking about your day. To them, it doesn't matter what you say. It matters that you're speaking to them. That head tilt is your dog's way of saying, I hear you. I'm trying to understand you. And when you smile, when your voice softens in response, they feel that too. You're having a conversation without words. So, the next time it happens, don't rush past it. Meet their gaze, speak gently. Let them know they're being heard too. Because that tiny tilt, that adorable fleeting gesture, carries years of instinct, emotion, and devotion. It's one of those quiet reminders that dogs don't just live beside us, they live with us, reading us, feeling us, loving us in ways we'll never fully grasp. So when your dog tilts their head, smile back, because in that moment, you're not just their owner, you're their favorite sound in the world.